Guys, welcome to another tutorial. Just a brief introduction about myself for those of us watching my video for the first time. My name is Faith. I'm a tailor based in Nigeria. I've been in the business of tailoring for 8 to 7 years now. Today we're going to be learning how to make a dress. This dress, I'm making it for a client. It's a client order, so I just want to show you guys the process on how I achieved this particular dress. I'm going to do a video of the finished products at the beginning part of this video. Then I'm also going to put a picture of what I'm going to be making so that we can all have an idea on what we are doing today. This is my chalk, this is my roller. Sorry, this is my tape. I said roller. This is my tape. Then this is my zip. The fabric is a stretching polo material that I'm making use of. It stretches a bit. Then this is my roller. Then this is my curve. This is my scissors as well. So most times when I make clients order like this, I like to drag directly on my fabric because it's way faster. I love things to be easy for me because most of these clients, they don't like pain, so I just want my life to be easy. So this gown, it has a joining at the waist, so I'm making it very easy for those of us that are beginners. So firstly, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take my bottom measurement, which is my folding allowance measurement. This is the edge, the end part of my fabric. So I'm going to be using 2.5 inch for my folding allowance at the bottom. So this 2.5 inch. I know I'm not going to be seeing it properly because I'm the one making this video myself, so please just bear with me. So this is 52. Remember I said the full length is 51, but I added a 1 inch allowance to it. I'm going to explain it. 1 inch. Sorry, I'm going to add 1.5 inch, extra half inch at the top. I'm going to explain in details. Okay, sorry, like I said at the beginning part of this video, it has a joining at the waist. I guess we've all seen the picture. So I'm going to, the reason why I took 1.5 inch because of the joining. So there's a joining at the waist, the 1.5 inch, half inch for the joining at the up, which is my shoulder measurements. Then the remaining 1 inch is for the joining of both the upper parts of the dress and the lower parts of the dress. So what I'm going to do now is that our half length is 16. So because of the joining at the up, I'm going to mark 16.5, meaning we have taken one inch away from the 1.5 inch that added to the initial 51 of our actual length. So the remaining half inch is at the bottom part of the skirt. So when I join it, so making it 1.5 inch, so every extra allowance that I've added to this cloth, I think I've made use of it already. So let's insert our measurements on the dress. When you're making the dress, the major parts of your measurement that you need is your bust, your waist, and your hip. Then your shoulder. This is the beginning part of my shoulder. Our shoulder is 7. This is 7. I've marked 7, but I'm going to add half inch to it because of the sewing allowance at the shoulder for the sleeve. So I added half inch to it. So our neck measurements, I'm going to use 3 inch. This is the zip. This is the beginning part of my measurement. This is the zip allowance. Sorry, I folded it into 4. Folded this fabric into 4. So I'm cutting the back and the front together. If you want to cut just the front separately and the back separately, you fold it into 2, but I'm cutting both the back and the front together, so it's folded into 4 places. So this is the edge, this is the end, this is the edge of my fabric. This is where I'm going to be starting my measurements. It's horizontally. So our neck measurement is 3. Then the depth of it is 3.5. Then our armhole measurement is 8. So I'm just going to rule it. on my armhole measurement, that is where I'm going to be inserting my bust measurement. So this is my armhole. So from the beginning of my shoulder measurement, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. So from my neck measurements, I'm just going to slant it down. Reason be that you don't want you want to always slant the shoulder of your dress, because our shoulder is not straight, it's slanted, and you want your dress to relax on your shoulder. If you just make a straight line, you are going to have issue with your shoulder. So our bust is 36, so I'm going to divide 36 into 4 parts. I'm just going to do that on my tape, break it on my tape, which is 9 inch. So I'm just going to mark my 9 inch here. This is my bust measurement, 9 inch. So I'm going to add my sewing allowance, half an inch to it. It doesn't have a dart. I'm not putting a dart on this dress because the fabric itself stretches, so there's no need for that. Some people might put that, but I don't think that is necessary on this dress. So our waist is 26. So I'm going to do the same thing, break it into 4, which is 6.5. I'm just going to mark my 6.5 here. Then the same allowance I added at the bust for the bust, which is 1.5. I'm going to do the same thing on the waistline. This is the waistline. Then I'm going to mark my hip line. My hip line for my waist down is 9 inch. Our hip line measurement is 9 inch. So our hip measurement is 38. Break it into 4 as well, which is 9.5. So I'm going to add that same 1 inch allowance, 1.5 inch allowance I did for the bust, the waist. I'm also going to do the same thing on the hip. Then I'm going to mark my zip allowance for my zip measurement. I love using 1 inch. You can use 1.5, but me, I don't like so much allowances in my clothes, so I'm just going to mark 1 inch. But getting to the bottom side, I'm going to extend it by 1.5. Sorry, I'm going to extend 2 inch because of the slit at the back. It has a lap. It's going to, because of the slit at the back, it has a lapping slit at the back. So I'm just going to join each lines. My armhole measurements, I'm just going to divide it into 2 and come in with half an inch. The reason for this is so that your armhole will not be bulging when you pull your sleeve. So I'm just going to shape in my neck. So for the bottom part of my dress, because it's a bodycon dress, so the bottom is on the fitted side. So the measurement of my waist, oh god, sorry about that. So the measurement on my waist is 8.5 inch. I'm just going to add half inch to it, which is 9, and bring it to the bottom part and just mark. So just watch what I'm doing, please. You can see how I'm making use of my curve. So this is our drafted bodycon dress. I hope we can have a proper view of the dress. So this is the waistline. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment section. I will do it to respond to your question if you have any. What I just did is for the back neck. The front and the back neck are not the same, so I just, since I'm an expert in this, I knew what I was doing, so you can use 1 inch to cut your neck, your back neck, and that was what I did here. I'm already used to it, so I know that this is 1 inch. We can check if you want to. So I forgot to do something on the zip. Just going to use my roller to come in by 1/2 inch. Ask me why. Because of my zip at the back. You don't want your zip to be bulging at the back, so you just come in by 1/2 inch. So remember I said it has a joining on the waist, so I'm just going to so this is my full drafted bodycon dress. So this is the yoke, then this is the skirt part. I did mine together. You can do the yoke separately and you can do the skirt separately if you don't want to do yours together. To save time, I just did everything together. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to cut facing for the neck, for the yoke of the dress. Then I'm just going to shapen my skirt. I'm just going to shapen my skirt and join it. So I'm just going to shape my skirt off camera, then I'll join it and show you guys.